I'm Olivia Clementine, and this is Love and Liberation. Today's episode takes place at the Tibetan Handicraft Society in McCleoud Ganj in northern India. This handicraft society was founded in 1963 to support Tibetan refugees and Tibetans who have grown up in exile, as well as the Tibetan arts and culture. Today we learn about this member-run society and see some of these master weavers as they bring traditional Tibetan carpets to form. Will you introduce yourself, your name, and where we are right now?
My name is Tenzin Rigsang, and I'm a general manager of this Tibetan Handicraft Cooperative Society located in McCleoud Ganj, Dharamsala, Himachal Pradesh. So if I tell you a brief about this society, it was initially started in 1963, and then we formally registered in 1969. It was started with the seed money from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Basically setting up this institute. We have a monastic institute for monks and nuns, and then we have a Tibetan children village for students, those small children who are coming from Tibet. We have an institute, and then the problem arises for all those adult people, who come from Tibet and seek refuge in India. They cannot go to school because of their age, and they cannot go to monastic institutes because they are not monks and they don't have formal education in monks and nuns. So this kind of institute was established especially for all those people, whoever wanted to, we are open and voluntary membership. Everyone can join. We give free training, 3 months training. And then during the training also, we give incentive, for their daily expenses. And then as soon as they join this institute, we give them a free housing, So people coming from Tibet, they got a huge problem. Though our Central Tibetan administration, they help them a lot. But after a certain period, they need to come up in the society, and then they need to stand in their own leg. They have to do some business or anything, So if they join this institute, the first day they join, we give them a free housing. We help them in their children's education. So it was initially started something like that.
Will you talk about the beginning of this? So who brought over the skills to know how to make these carpets?
Actually, in Tibet, before we left the country, before our parents left the country in 1959, we used to make this carpet in Tibet. But the finishing and everything is not very good because we don't used to have so many, modern tools and all. It was all the methods and everything was very primitive. But after coming to India, with the help of government of India, in same state in Dalhousie, they started a training session for Tibetan, and then there they did some research and survey, and then they made certain tools, they developed the tools for a better finishing, and then they gave a training to lots of Tibetan people, and then they went to different settlement in India, and then they were trained, and then they went to different parts of the country, in the Tibetan settlement, and then they started giving training to other people, and few people came to Dharamsala also, and they started giving training to the local people here, and then it was initially started like that.
And will you share about also the materials you use? What is a carpet made of?
Yeah, it's a pure wool. We use wool, and the base is a pure cotton. And dyeing and everything, we don't use chemical, it's all natural dyes. Though we purchase wool, we don't do the dyeing and all. We purchase from Punjab, Amritsar, and they make the dyeing and everything on the basis of our orders only. Say 20 years ago, our Tibetan government in exile, under the Department of Finance, they have this dyeing machine in Punjab. They used to do everything. So after they said no, it's not possible for them to run this, and then they privatize it, and then a few other people are now doing it. But the pattern and design, everything is is very old design. We use typically Tibetan traditional designs. As you can see, every design of our carpet has its own meanings, has its own significance in our life. As you know, we use tashitake, as we say, 8 lucky signs in Tibetan Buddhism. You know, we use that in our carpet, and we use different kind of pillars in our monasteries, and we use some part of that in our designs. We use traditional and ethical designs only.
You were saying that you pray in the morning, so like prayer is part of the ingredient.
You know, every morning at 9 o'clock when we all, you know, start working, they do a prayer while working, while weaving, while making the knots. And we believe, you know, that the carpets, you know, if anyone buying from us, they are not just taking our product to their home, but we also believe that since we have been praying while making carpet, we believe that, you know, this carpet will bring good wishes to whoever buys from us, you know, and and we've been doing this from a very, very long time. As our members, you know, they also they are very connected to this craft, you know, so they also feel that in case if someone is buying from us, they need to be happy. So they are praying for others. So this is how we are, you know. We are Tibetan Buddhists, you know, we always think about others. If we are gaining something, then it's our responsibility to give something to back, and give something back. So this is the simplest thing that our members can do to the other people.
How does the cooperative work?
I've been working more than 15 years in a cooperative society. And in India, we have 15 different cooperative societies, Tibetan cooperative societies in India. All the Tibetan people, Tibetan refugees are the members of this society. So if I take here, all our workers are the shareholders of this society. They started this cooperative society with their share money of rupees 100, you know, initially. And then whatever the profit that we make every year, 25% of that profit goes directly to the workers, or you can say a member. And then portion of that money we keep it for their children's education, housing, because, you know, housing repairing and everything, and then old age pension, you know. So it's like, you know, 100% of the profit that we make goes directly or indirectly back to the workers.
How has it been over the years?
You know, we used to have more than 150, 200 people working here, but gradually the members working in a carpet section has been declined a lot, you know. Now total members, we have 60 members here working, you know, administration, office, everything. If I include everything, we have 60 people working here. Maybe because the younger generation, they are not very interested. And the second factor is before few years back, we have many refugees coming from, you know, Tibet. And nowadays, you hardly find any. In 3 to 4 years, like only 20, 30 people, you know.
You were saying a carpet takes a long time.
Yeah, 3 by 6 means 1.5 month. 3 by 6 finishing 1.5 month.
And in one day, how much?
One day they are making only 3-4 inch. Yeah,
And how long have you been here? How many years?
I 40 years. Yeah, 40 years. Yeah.
What is your name?
Ngabing la Tsering Dolkar yi
And how long have you worked here?
lo mishu sabtu
27.
yes.
And where is your family from?
They're from Tibet, but right now with me here. My parents from Tibet, but I born in India, Dharamsala.
And where are your parents from in Tibet?
My father from Kham, my mother from Itzang. Right now they are here with me. Right?
And will you talk about starting to make these carpets, and how old were you when you learned?
Maybe I'm 16 or 17 years like that when I learn. Yeah.
And why did you start to make carpets? Were your parents doing that?
Yeah, my parents doing that, but I have no option. We have not that much salary on that time. Right now it's okay. When we make carpet, then we can get salary. If no, then no salary. When we first time I start, they can give a teacher for 1 month to teach. They teach us. My teacher is backside. They have one lady, the small one. She's my teacher. When I come first time here, she teach 1 month. Then later I do myself like that.